It is said that Russia has started preparing new weapons for the war in Ukraine. This applies to their close ally, Iran, which is also the main enemy of the United States, US, in the Middle East. This new weapon is called the Albatross. Albatross is an agricultural drone company, a Russian-Iranian collaboration in the province of Tatarstan. Currently, the company is said to have manufactured intelligence drones for the Russian Defense Ministry, around 50 of which are being sent for combat in eastern Ukraine. The Financial Times said the manufacturing center was at the heart of the technology partnership being developed by Tehran. In a video released last month, the Russian Ministry of Defense also shows its soldiers launching reconnaissance drones, known as Albatross drones, over Ukraine. In a statement to Russian state media, the company confirmed it had delivered 50 M5 drones. Unfortunately, there is no mention of how advanced the drone's capabilities are, including the explosion. Goldsmiths University Conflict Monitoring Group Airworks found that dozens of job advertisements including Drone Production Manager, Drone Designer, and Drone Technology Manager had been posted in a business park near the Russian city of Yelabuga since October 2022. The area is also believed to be an Albatross base. Some specifically said that the Russian Ministry of Defense had a role in the planning. Some drone work is tied to a requirement to understand reverse engineering processes. Since April, the business park in Yelabuga is also recruiting Farsi interpreters who need to travel, carry out simultaneous translation and translating of technical documents, said the same report. Indeed, in June, the White House released satellite imagery that identified 2 buildings in Russia's Alabuga zone. This is said to be a key part of Iran's efforts to help Moscow expand its drone capabilities. We are also concerned that Russia is working with Iran to manufacture Iranian drones inside Russia, said John Kirby, a spokesman for the U.S. National Security Council. Samuel Bendet, Naval Analysis Center expert on unmanned weapons, explains why Yelabuga is a strategic location for Russia. It is known that Yelabuga is located on the banks of a river that flows into the Volga. It is very close to Kazan, one of the high-tech manufacturing centers in Russia, he added. All you have to do is join a cruise, he added. This is not the first time Iran has been embroiled in a war between Ukraine and Russia. Tehran is believed to have supplied Russia with hundreds of Shaheds, kamikaze, drones in the past, which swarmed over Ukraine's infrastructure and surroundings. However, there is still no evidence that Shahed's drones were manufactured at the factory. Iran has also frequently denied this. Meanwhile, Russia reportedly fired cruise missiles at Lviv, far from the front lines of the war, on Thursday, according to reports. At least 6 people have died in an apartment building in the border town of NATO country Poland. The youngest death reported by the Associated Press was 21 years old. Even though the oldest victim was a 95-year-old grandmother who survived the Second World War. It was also reported that 36 people were injured. Up to 14 people are receiving intensive care in hospital. Lviv Mayor Andriy Sadovy said this was the worst attack on a civilian area of the city. 2 days of official mourning have been declared. Russia's repeated attacks on civilians are absolutely appalling, he tweeted. Lviv is more than 500 kilometers, km, from the capital Kyiv and 700 kilometers from the front lines of the war in the Kherson region of southern Ukraine. At the same time, signs of a global food supply disruption are showing. So far there has been no signal that Russia and Ukraine will continue with the Black Sea Grain Initiative. The agreement initially saved Ukraine's food exports from a Kremlin embargo. Ukraine and Russia themselves are global food centers. Not a single ship has left Ukrainian ports under the Black Sea Grain Initiative in the last 2 days, said a UN supporting organization that tracks export data under the deal, reported by CNBC International.